First batting, Ruturaj Conway. There itself a slow start on the way. Then Tripathi in Chepak. Yanama choice on that pitch.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hit Cricket, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. I'm your host, Sean, joined by two IPL fanatics, Rahul and Nanish. Today, we're going to be talking about CSK's auction, whether they performed well and what their team composition potentially could look like in 2025. So, overall, to me, CSK's batting looks pretty deep, but they might be lacking in some other areas. Rahul, what are your thoughts?
So I just want to start off by singing a song for them. So this is all for the Dhanush and Nayantara fans, just to stay with the trend of what's going on. CSK, oh my God, what is this auction, ma? Hey, did you buy all these guys to get kicked out first? Hey, first batting, Ruturaj Conway. There itself a slow start on the way. Then Tripathi in Chepak. Yanama choice on that pitch. Then you picked Ash and Noor. Good picks, but Rutu won't use. Then you bought a 3D Anna, but will leave and 1D work. Then came the big steal, that is Kadai Kutti Singham. But he'll give 50 runs and hit back only 15. Home games la adadadadada. Patirana abababababa. Ave pona ayo playoffs gone tala farewell. This is exactly what's gonna happen with CSK this year. I
That's
mean,
good.
they,
That's so
they've
good.
I mean, the kind of team they've picked, it's only relevant for their home ground. I mean, it doesn't seem like something that'll work in our way at all. And also, look at the players they've picked. They've picked Ash for 9.5 crores. Excellent pick. Noor Ahmed 10 crores with the Texas Super Kings quota. Also, I think it's a good pick. But the issue is we saw how Rutraj Gaikwad used his spinners last year. And if he continues using his spinners in a similar fashion this year at Chepauk, it's not going to be that fitting either. And also, we saw some pitches at Chepauk where 200 was hit last year. And I feel that CSK doesn't have a power pack batting lineup this year. For example, like if they go with Ruturaj and Conway, I don't know if that's the power you want to start off in a power pack fashion in the power play, where T20 cricket's advancing to where 220, 230 is regular on a daily basis nowadays in T20 cricket. I don't know if these guys have it in them. So honestly, I don't know if Tripathi will work in Chepauk either. Shivam Dubey is the one power hitter you have. And then you have guys like Deepak Hooda and Vijay Shankar who are like players of yesterday who have not shown much today. So, I mean, all in all, I don't think this batting lineup is great either because you see Sam Curran and Jadeja coming in at 6 and 7. And your bowlers also, you don't have a great pace attack either. Your best pacer is like Matisha Patirana, who bowls at the death. You don't really have a new ball bowler other than Khalil Ahmed. So I feel like they're lacking in a bunch of different departments, and even if they are able to win at home, they're not going to be able to compete in big like in grounds where a lot of runs are scored, like the Chinnaswamy or Hyderabad or Delhi or Mumbai. They'll get definitely beat up there without quality pacers because their spinners won't come into play that much either away from home. So yeah, I don't see this team qualifying bottom line, but we'll discuss more into it as we go on.
Well, to be honest, I think it's a fair point saying that the batting doesn't have that much, firepower. But they have all the way down to nine. They have people who can bat. It's just a lack of that, the ability to
I mean,
score at a rapid
if you have
rate.
Sam Curran coming in at 6 or 7, I don't know if that's the ideal thing. And I mean, how long will Dhoni actually keep batting this way? That's also a question every year you come into it. You can't expect him to do it every year.
I think Dhoni might be coming in as an impact player, right, this year? Mostly.
Then who will keep wickets?
Yeah, that's
Conway.
Conway. Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
even have him in my playing 11, but we'll talk about that when we get there.
Oh,
But
Nanish,
yeah,
what are your thoughts?
overall, I think they had a great auction. CSK with the budget they had. Only if they could have got a good pacer, a better pacer, that would have been helping them. But their spin attack is like crazy right now, especially in the Chepauk. I think it's a side to reckon with.
That's a fair point, to be honest, because like Rahul said, they spent a good amount of their budget on Ashwin and Noor Ahmed, right? And both of them are quality, and I can see them doing very well. I personally like Noor Ahmed quite a
And
lot. I
yeah, and
wished he got more games at Gujarat last year.
they both will be joining the likes of Jadeja now. Jadeja was their top spinner, I think, previous years. I mean, but what's his name? Tikshana used to be their like good spinner, but Jadeja was their top candidate for spin option. Now they have Noor Ahmed and Ashwin with likes of Jadeja. We've seen how CSK takes advantages of their home games, and they usually win like almost except one or two games every season. They win every home game that they play. It's because that kind of tracks that prepare and according to their playing 11. And now they have more spinners. It will be better for them, I think.
The only way they qualify is if they take out the entertainment factor of the game and just decide to make sucker pitches where it just turns from ball one and decide to just make it an 80 to 80 game. That's the only way they're gonna qualify for the playoffs. If they just decide, I don't care about being fair with the pitches, I'm just gonna make it completely rank Turner from ball one and let my three spinners just go to work on it, then yes, they can win probably all their games at home and just qualify just purely based on winning at home. But they don't stand a chance away, in my opinion. My opinion.
One like I think they had a one good pick or one RTM pick that they had in Rachin Ravindra. I think that was a great RTM from them. Considering how young he is, and he can also give you that spin option too. Like they can be four spinners now, not just three. So I think that was a
Question
great
though,
RTM with him.
yeah, where will he find it? A place in the playing 11 though, because you would have to drop potentially Curran.
So can I read my playing 11?
Yeah, go
So my
ahead.
playing 11 goes like openers are of course with Rajan Conway, and then number three I have Tripathi coming in, and then after that I have Sam Curran or Rachin Ravindra. It's between one of them, and then Dubey of course they retained him for that prize, so they have to play him, and they did get Deepak Hooda also. So and since he's Indian, so I think he'll find a space in that playing 11. I mean, you can replace him with Vijay Shankar too, but depending on the situation, I guess. And then I have Jadeja, and then number eight I have Ashwin. Sorry, MS Dhoni, and then Ashwin. And then number 10 I have Noor Ahmed, and 11 I have Patirana, and then 12, of course, they need that starting bowler, that swing bowler. So Khalil Ahmed, I think, will find a place in every game for them. So yeah, that's how my playing 11 or 12 with the impact. I think Dhoni will be the impact player.
So Conway's keeping wickets for him.
That's what I'm. That's what I am thinking. Unless Dhoni's knees get better, I know he has a knee
Yeah,
problem. So unless those get better, I think Conway will be the keeper.
that's fair. Yeah, Nanish, I had the same exact playing 11 as you actually. Like for like pretty much. I don't know. I just I want Rachin Ravindra to be in the team, but they already have those three spinners, right? Ashwin, Noor Ahmed, and Jadeja. Yeah, they could potentially bring in that fourth one there. But I was thinking they'd probably play Sam Curran since at that point they would only have two people who can bowl pace in Patirana and Khalil Ahmed, right? So I don't know. Rahul, do you have anything? You said you had a Rachin Ravindra in your playing 11, right?
Yeah, so my playing 11 goes Ruturaj Gaikwad captain and Rachin Ravindra opens with him. I've left out Conway. I have Rahul Tripathi at 3, Deepak Hooda at 4, Shivam Dubey at 5, Sam Curran at 6, Jadeja, Dhoni, Ashwin at 7, 8, 9, and then Khalil and Noor Ahmed, and then Matisha Patirana as my bowlers at the end. So I don't know. I just think, as I mentioned before, Conway just doesn't give you that explosive start. And we saw Rachin Ravindra just came out from ball one swinging last year and just tried to give them those intentful starts. So I feel that that's much more important for CSK considering their batting lineup doesn't look as explosive. Especially considering Ruturaj Gaikwad is not the guy who will go from ball one or swing from ball one. He'll take a bit of time. So I think someone like a Rachin Ravindra is needed to spark the initial phase of the innings in the power play. So that's why I have Ravindra and Tripathi will go swinging. He'll swing every ball. But I just don't know if Chapak's the kind of pitch, if they prepare those kind of spin wickets. I don't know if Tripathi is the kind of guy who can survive on those kind of pitches. That's why I'm a bit iffy on that. But they don't have a better number three option, so he has to go. Deepak Hooda is a phenomenal player of spin, but unfortunately, lack of touch over the past few years hasn't been in the scheme of India's plans either. But he gives that extra spin option as well if needed. And then Shivam Dubey, he doesn't move his feet, but manages to still hit the ball a long way. So he's obviously retained slots in at number five regardless. Sam Curran, I mean, he's the kind of guy who might not uh, like be consistent, but he can win you a game on his own on his day. But I don't know if they use him in the death, he might get hit. So they have to use him very sparingly, I think. And Jadeja, Ashwin, nothing to say about them. Absolute legends of the game. It's just Ruturaj Gaikwad needs to use them properly. And then MS Dhoni, I'm not gonna say anything about him either. He's Tala. I mean, he obviously gets a spot. And then I feel like Khalil's a good new ball bowler, but unfortunately he doesn't have support other than Sam Curran in that power play. And then Noor Ahmed and Matisha Patirana, their names say for themselves. They've been performing magnificently in tournaments around the world as well. And Patirana is an outstanding death bowler, so they got that covered, and they got their spin covered as well. I just think their hour hitting lacks and their pace bowling lacks, and that's why I think they'll really struggle in conditions outside of the chip up.
Question: do you think Nathan Ellis could potentially find a place over Sam Curran? But and the batting would be a little bit lacking then. But
So here's what I was thinking. So depending on the pitch they play, they might be benching Noor Ahmed because not every pitch requires Noor Ahmed to be playing. So in that case, they could bring in one of Nathan Ellis or someone like that.
hmm, okay, I see.
So what I actually had for the less spin friendly tracks when you go out is I I take out Noor Ahmed, bring Anshul Kambojin, and then I'll bring in a Devon Conway and make him open with Gaikwad and then bring Ravindra down the order. So I just beef
Hmm.
up that batting outside and then just go with Indian pace bowler like Anshul Kamboj. So that because Kamboj can hit the deck hard and bowl well with the new ball in places where it's more pace friendly. So I just bring that extra overseas batter in to just try and pack my batting to score 200, 220.
One more
Well,
thing,
go on.
there's something going on with the Devon Conway and his availability for this next year,
Oh, really?
next year, yeah. So in that case, I think Rachin Ravindra again will open with Raj, but I think he's just going to miss like first few games or something. But they haven't announced anything official yet, but these are some rumors that are going on.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
But
to
but
be
if
yeah.
Conway is back, I think Ruturaj can go back to his aggressive playing, like how he did in that 2023 season. I mean, like yeah, last year, not this year, 2023.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, when he's playing aggressive, he's unstoppable. Ruturaj Gaikwad. We've seen how he can hit in any direction.
Yeah, there's no doubting the talent there, and if he has good pieces surrounding him, then he'll definitely be able to play more aggressive.
See, my only point is like if your openers, let's say you have like I'll be on your lines. I think they're gonna go with Gaycott and Conway. Don't see Rachin Ravindra starting. Unless the Conway's availability is an issue. So let's say Gaikwad and Conway start and you get 6 overs and you're only able to get 45, 50 on a pitch like Chinnaswamy chasing 220, 230. I mean, you're either gonna start off like a 45 for no loss in 6 overs if these two are there, or you're gonna be three down early. And if you're like two or three down early with Shivam Dubey, Sam Curran, Jadeja, Dhoni, and Ashwin, do you back them chasing 100, 120 in the back 10? I do not because, Sam Curran's not that kind of power hitter.
Yeah.
Jadeja, he can hit, but I don't see his batting being the same as it was before. Dhoni, I don't know if he can rewind the clock one more year. Ashwin, he's improved as a batter, but he's not a power hitter. So that middle order just seems a bit fragile in terms of that power and finishing innings in the back end for me.
Yeah, Rahul, you mentioned what I was gonna say. Yeah, they don't have a proper finisher. I mean, they do have Jadeja who can hit, but I don't see his batting being the same again, like you said. And Dhoni, of course, he's aging day by day, so I don't know how much power he has left in him. Of course, Dhoni is Dhoni. He can still hit those sixes, but cannot trust him in this like after this age and stuff. But
Hmm.
overall, this squad is a clear upgrade for them, considering how they were performing last year. Like they had, I would say they had liabilities in like Rahane and Daryl Mitchell, in the middle order, but I think they have addressed that this year. Let's see how they do go. But yeah, I think overall they're a good squad. Anything else?
Hmm.
Do you see them going to
Yeah,
playoffs?
yeah. Do you see them qualifying? Would you and what like letter grade, say like out of A, B, C, what would you give them?
I'd give them a B in auction, and I do think they'll qualify.
Hmm. What about you, Rahul?
Just for Tala's face, I'll give them a C, just pass marked. They're not qualifying.
Yeah,
I
he
see them
mentioned that
ending
before.
in, I see them ending 7 or 8.
Ooh. Yeah, like these
Actually,
two
since they'll win
mentioned.
home games, I'll say 6 or 7.
Yeah, the Fortress Chepak, right? So, I mean, yeah, the qualifying it might be tough. I think they'll be on the edge of the playoffs. I'd say the squad grades out as like a B minus. There's compared to a lot of the other teams, which we'll eventually get to subscribe for that. But compared to a lot of the other teams, it's lacking in certain areas, like you said, the pace bowling. It's weak compared to a lot of the other, in the auction, everybody focused on getting a good pace attack, and CSK is really lacking in comparison to that. So, yeah, I'd say B minus is fair. They won't qualify, but you know, the thing about CSK is regardless of whether they have like, the power hitting, the star power, like they'll always pull it together as a team, and that potentially they could overperform what their squad looks like on paper. So, I wouldn't count them out just yet.
Well, I've
Uh,
counted them out already.
One more thing. I think when I was watching the auction, CSK had about like 15 crores or something left, and Deepak Chahar came up. I like how they still went for Deepak Chahar. They went till 10 crores for him. That's the team bonding that they have with Deepak Chahar. I think it'll be sad for them to move on from him, but he's a great player that they're gonna miss out on.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, CSK, they treat players as family, right? So that's always an admirable thing, definitely. Anything else, guys?
No, not really.
All right. Well,
Song
that
to finish, Rahul?
Huh?
Any song you wanna sing to finish?
I'll sing another song after CSK is finished.
all right. We got a grade A CSK hater here, guys. What if CSK qualifies? Make sure you let him know in the
The
comments. But
comments.
Vaipilla Raja, Vaipilla. No chance.
oof. All right, bold claim. But yeah, that's our CSK auction review video. But stay tuned for the other IPL teams because we're going to be covering them as well. So that's all for the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.